Hey you all, and good morning. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from aboard the City of New Orleans train. We are barreling through Illinois on our way to get to Chicago. We should be there in a few hours. This whole train trip seems so quaint and short compared to some of those monster train trips that we took out west. So I just woke up, and I guess we will enjoy the ride together to Chicago. Please follow me. I guess we're gonna go into the dining car and grab some breakfast. Actually came down to the dining car for once. I guess the attendants, they have to get all the beds remade. They said there's a very quick turnaround in Chicago, so I guess they get there and then they gotta leave. So she is busy now. She doesn't have time to go get food and bring it back to the rooms because she's got to get everything. I guess all these beddings changed, all the everything ready, because there will be a new group of people waiting in Chicago to hop aboard the City of New Orleans and start their way back south towards the City of New Orleans. Although there's not a lot of people in here right now, so looks like I'm not having to dine with anyone else, at least not for the moment. Someone could be joining me here shortly, but again, a beautiful view, enjoying breakfast while watching the beautiful farmlands of Illinois. We're passing through Effingham, Illinois. One thing Effingham is known for is that has, I think, formerly the world's largest cross. I don't think it's the world's largest cross anymore, but you can see the cross out there in the distance. All right, our breakfast has arrived. Let's do the grand unveiling here. Got the omelet, and then potatoes and sausage. Okay, dig into this omelet here. A little bit of potato and a sausage.
All of the platforms are 100% smoke-free and bacon-free. Any attempt to step off the train requires smoke home.
So yogurt,
Cemetery there.
Bloody Mary, and 3 coffees.
And I am a member of the Clean Breakfast Club. So this flexible dining menu, it is a lot different than the traditional dining menu. Like I said, most of this is, I guess, stuff that's, pre-made, reheated on the train, and it's decent. It's warm food. It's a full belly. Nothing to get that upset about. But, like I said before, I really liked the food when you get the traditional menu. The food is pretty good. There's no flat iron steak. There's no train shrimp on this one. So that's kind of a bummer. And they don't even have there's no burgers on here either, as far as I can tell. So, a little more limited options. And, again, the food is just not highest quality because it's, pre-made. You just see it's delivered in like a little foil packet. Even if you go eat in the dining room now, I'm used to eating in my room. So the foods are all wrapped up, usually nice. It's usually wrapped in hard plastic and easy to eat. But even if you eat in the dining room here, if you eat in the dining room when they have the traditional menu, they plate up the stuff nice. They put it on plates and have glasses, for your drink. But when it's the flexible dining menu, even if you go to the dining room, it's still served in foil and disposable cups. So it's a different experience with the flexible dining menu. I definitely prefer the traditional. I guess if you're looking for for one or the other, I would definitely go on a train. If you're really into the food aspect, I would definitely go with a train that has the traditional menu. I think it's, part of it is this train is such a short distance. It probably is not practical to make everything fresh on board the train. So yeah, it's just part of, just another part of the train experience. When I first saw this, I forget which train it was. When I first saw this, I got excited because it looked like there was like new options, new things to try, but they're just not of the same level as the traditional dining menu. I really like the traditional dining menu. You don't know what you got till it's gone. It's one of the amazing things about this country. In just like a short period of time, we went from the swamps and bogs of New Orleans up the Mississippi River, and now the flat fields of the Midwest where they grow the food that feeds this country. Stopping in the town of Mattoon to let people on and off. Now they said there's no fresh air stops from here until Chicago, so there's no getting off the train. They said the reason for that is that all the platforms in Illinois are non-smoking, which that's not fair. I don't smoke. I just like fresh air. So I guess they don't want to take a chance. They don't want to let you out for some fresh air on the chance that you may take the opportunity to smoke something. And this is Champaign, Illinois. They got a nice big train station here in Champaign.
Updated arrival times, Kankakee, 9:20, Homewood, 9:48, Chicago, 10:27.
Okay, it looks like we blew a hose. This has happened before on other trains. When I was on the Sunset Limited, I think we blew 2 different hoses, and last time they got it fixed pretty quick, so hopefully we won't be sitting here too long. Oh, and there we go, we're rolling again. Seems like these hoses are easy fix. This is Kankakee, Illinois. This is another brief stop on our trip.
Our next stop will be Homewood, approximately 10:14, Chicago, 10:53. Homewood up next.
Looks like we're getting closer, just a little under an hour until we reach our destination of Chicago. Yeah, Homewood here has this giant parking lot full of cars. I bet a lot of people park their cars here in the morning and then take the train into Chicago for work. We're stopped again. Hopefully we didn't blow another hose. Oh, I guess we're maybe letting the metro go by. Metra. I said metro. It's the Metra. So you got people riding the train here. This one doesn't go all the way across the country. It just goes to Chicago. I've spotted it. There it is. Way, way back on the horizon. I see the Sears Tower. Known colloquially as the Willis Tower. But I see it. That's our endpoint. Union Station is just a few blocks away from the Sears Tower. See the train up there ahead winding through Chicago. Oh yeah, the train's making a big loop there. See, all the way to the front. And there it is, the grand city of Chicago. As we pull into Union Station here, you see all the Amtrak trains. And there it is, the mighty Sears Tower / Willis Tower. I grew up calling it the Sears Tower. Sometimes it's hard to make that change in my brain and call it the Willis Tower. I don't know, it'll always be the Sears Tower to me. And it'll always let me know that I'm arriving in Chicago, the Windy City. So I guess we've traveled all the way from the Big Easy to the Windy City. Here we enter the station. Train's pretty dusty there. I don't know if it gets used all that often. And it is time to detrain. Alright. Here we go. So the city of New Orleans, the train did quite the job taking us from the city of New Orleans, the city, here to Chicago. We exit through the great hall here, and what a great hall it truly is. Oh, the U.S. flag's missing. There used to be a big U.S. flag there. Oh, wonder where that went. You have the maps here of some of the Amtrak routes, and over here, this is what we just got off of, the city of New Orleans, starting, of course, in the city of New Orleans. You see the jazz trumpet. Up to Jackson. Got a fresh air break in Jackson. Got some fresh air in Memphis. And then no fresh air all the way up to Chicago, but a nice little overnight train trip. And this is the train we left on, the Southwest Chief. This begun our journey. We started here in Chicago, through Kansas City, Albuquerque, not Phoenix. It goes around Phoenix, but then we end up in Los Angeles. The Capital Limited. This one I've not done. This takes you from Chicago to the top of Ohio, through Pittsburgh, and then to Washington, D.C. So probably another pretty quick trip there, but definitely would like to check out that route sometime. This is a Lakeshore Limited. This is similar to the Capital Limited. I've not been on this one either, but this takes you kind of the same way, but then instead of going down to Pittsburgh and Washington, D.C., it cuts up to Buffalo and then to New York City and Boston. And this is where I started. Started out big with the California Zephyr, all the way from Chicago through Omaha, Denver, Salt Lake City, Reno, Sacramento, and into San Francisco. Yeah, this is a solid 3-day trip. It was a good trip to start out with. Absolute gorgeous area here in Colorado. Some of the best views I've ever seen from a train. And I've also done the Empire Builder. I think this is actually longer than the California Zephyr. This may be the longest one I've been on. But yeah, as far as the California Zephyr, this is the one that rivals the California Zephyr with views. It's absolutely amazing. You get to go through Glacier Park in Montana, travel through all this open country here. It's a great trip. Empire Builder and then the California Zephyr, probably the best for scenic views. All right, into the spinning door here. Almost got caught in my backpack. There we go. Ooh, it's a nice day. Nice cool day here in Chicago. So it is a beautiful day in Chicago. I'm ready to head out and enjoy the city. There's only one problem. I have this massive backpack on my back. I have this suitcase packed to the brim. It's kind of hard to enjoy a city when you're lugging around all this luggage. So I thought to myself, is there a way? Can I get off the train? And is there something I can do with my luggage while I enjoy the city? And apparently, maybe there is. I downloaded an app called Bounce, and I haven't used it all the way yet, so I'm not going to endorse it by any means. But there are certain businesses that are willing to take your luggage for the day while you enjoy the city. So I used the app. It said that there is a drop-off location. I paid $27 for this backpack, for this suitcase, and this CPAP bag. $27 altogether to store them for the day. So let's go see if this works. And the drop-off location should be here, just about a block away from Union Station. Look at the mascot for ThinkFeet.com. It's a doctor with a foot for a head. Can you imagine if you went to the doctor and his head was a giant foot? It looks like our drop-off point is this UPS store here. All right, I've gotten that off my back. That is a huge relief. Okay, I feel like I have 1,000,000 pounds lifted on me. I feel like I could dance without the backpack and suitcase. Oh my gosh, yeah, so I booked online, $27 here at the UPS store. As long as the store is open, I can come back. It's open until 7. It's 11 right now. That gives me 8 hours bagless here in Chicago. That's a fun little sign right there. It says, "This is Lou Mitchell's Bakery. We do our own quality baking." So every time I return to Union Station, I see that towering Sears Tower / Willis Tower. So yeah, every time I arrive here at Union Station, I see that towering tower behind it. I'm like, man, I'd love to go up there. And I think that's where we're headed. We're gonna go get to the top of the Sears Tower, or Willis Tower. You can call it whatever you want. Yeah, you can see just how close Union Station is to the tower. Yes, it's my turn. And look at this here. Union Station is on Route 66. So if you do the route backwards, if you start in Santa Monica and drive all the way to Chicago, once the route is over, you can just get on a train here at Union Station, get on the Southwest Chief and head back to Los Angeles. Next year's the 100th anniversary of Route 66. I feel a little compelled to maybe take a trip. Yeah, I guess I never fully realized that the Sears Tower actually on Route 66. This is Route 66 right here. So not only is it in Chicago, which is a Route 66 city, it's actually on Route 66. You can look out into the river there. No, it's not currently dyed green. St. Patrick's Day they dyed a bright green. The rest of the year is this dull, mucky green. And here we are at the foot of the tower. For 25 years, that was the tallest building in the entire world. Now they just build giant buildings all the time. It's like 23rd. Oh, hey guys. I just fell down. It's embarrassing, but I just fell down. Oh, I got not too bad. I think I'm okay. I skinned my hands. I fell down. I was gonna take trying to get a selfie with the Sears Tower. So I was at my camera. I was trying to take a selfie. I was walking along this thin strip, this thin curb here, trying to get it lined up to look like a good selfie. Trying to get some distance over there, and I stumbled. One of my feet slipped off the curb, and I fell into the street. I landed on both knees. That really hurt. My knees hurt, but I just, they didn't bend, they didn't twist. I just landed on my knees on concrete. So it hurts, but I think it's fine. So I landed on basically landed on my hands and my knees. And someone was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" So I was like, "Oh no." Of course, you get all embarrassed. I'm like in the street, like on my hands and knees. Luckily, I didn't get run over by a car. That's the fortunate thing. Yeah, it was embarrassing and painful. Ow, I think I'm gonna be fine. Just need to walk it off. But I wiped out. Yeah, wiped out right there. Could have been way worse. Didn't break my camera. That's good. I wasn't filming. Otherwise, that might have been some good footage. Didn't break my phone. My phone looks okay. I dropped my phone. I dropped my camera in the streets. Oh, I got probably a bruised knee. Oh my goodness. All right. We're not gonna let this embarrassing incident. Oh, we're not gonna let this embarrassing incident rule our day. I'm gonna try to get right back up, and we're gonna go get a picture. We're gonna go get our selfie of the Sears Tower. That I'm not gonna fall into the street for nothing. I'm gonna get this selfie. And the worst thing is, all the people up there in the Skydeck, they probably saw me fall. They're probably like, "Look at that dumb idiot falling in the street down there." How do you know if you're a content creator at heart? I think the fact that the thing I'm most upset about right now is that I wasn't filming when I fell. And without any further ado, and without any more tripping and falling, hopefully, let's head inside the tower. Don't they actually say that like taking selfies can be really dangerous? I know a lot of people, when I went to the Grand Canyon, when I was taking selfies there, people were worried about me. They were saying that people die every year taking selfies at the Grand Canyon. I wonder how many people fall in the street right there taking pictures of the Sears Tower. Okay, we enter right here, I believe. Through another twirly door. By the way, I just want to say I'm not saying Sears Tower over and over again just to be annoying. It's legitimately difficult for me to switch that in my brain. I grew up an hour from here. I always knew this as the Sears Tower. Whenever we drove to Chicago, you spot the Sears Tower. Every time you drove past Chicago, you find the Sears Tower. It was a point of pride, to us that we had the tallest building in the world in our backyard. So it's just so strange. I moved away, and then when I moved back, it wasn't called the Sears Tower anymore. So I don't know. I just maybe call it by its proper name. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Leave a comment in the comment section. Is it okay? Is it okay if I call it the Sears Tower? Does that offend anyone? Or should I call it by its proper new name, the Willis Tower? And you can see up through the sunroof here, you can see the tower. Now there is an observation deck on the top of that tower called the Skydeck. And ironically enough, you actually have to go downstairs to get to the Skydeck for some reason. And down we go. Okay, looks like we enter over here. So this is actually pretty cool here. Before you actually get to the top of the tower, you go through a museum experience that kind of teaches you about the great city of Chicago, this city that we have been using as our railroad hub. So heading into the museum here, we'll find out what makes Chicago, Chicago. You can see the Chicago flag, that iconic Chicago flag. Some of the important events here, events and locations: Fort Dearborn, the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, where the old city burned down, the World Columbian Exposition, one of the most important events in human history, the 1893 World's Fair, the Ferris wheel debuted there, pressed pennies debuted there, H.H. Holmes built a murder mansion. A lot happened there. And then the other World's Fair they had, the 1933 Century of Progress. Walking along the wall here, you see trains and carriages heading into the city of Chicago. It says here they had to lift up the entire city on hoists so that they could install a sewer system. That is some ingenuity. And hell hath no fury like a dairy cow. As Miss O'Leary here, her dairy cow allegedly kicked over a lantern, starting the entire city on fire. See the Chicago fire there, the whole city engulfed in flames. There's an exhibit on the Chicago School of Architecture. Some of the different buildings here. It shows what they're made of. Said that they had to reverse the flow of the Chicago River. Apparently all the raw sewage and filth was being pumped directly into Lake Michigan, which they used as their freshwater source, so they had to reverse the river so the sewage was no longer being poured directly into their drinking water. Here talks more about the architecture of the city. Those little replicas of the buildings. This is the Lake Point Tower. This building right here. Here's some buildings I've always been fascinated with here. The Marina Towers, famously on the cover of the Wilco album, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. These are all apartments up here. The parking area is right there, but it also connects to the water, so the people in the tower can have their boats to go into the river. You can actually have a look inside one of the apartments here. I saw recently that one of the apartments was for sale, and part of me wanted to just uproot my whole life and move into one of these apartments. It just absolutely fascinates me. Some of the classic architecture, including buttresses. The glowing replica of the Willis Tower here in the center. You can see the mini tower here. And I remember learning, I think I actually learned it here. They used to play a video here that explained that the tower was inspired by a pack of cigarettes, that the type of pack where there's like a hole in it and the cigarettes come out, how they would all come out at different lengths. Someone looked at a pack of cigarettes, saw the cigarettes coming out, and decided to make the world's tallest building like that. Here's the hard facts. The Willis Tower is 1,450 feet. That's as tall as 223 Michael Jordans. And here in Chicago, everything is measured in Michael Jordans. Oh, and here's what simulates what it's like to be standing on the very top of the tower. Standing here looking out. You can see so far, you can see the curve of the earth. Woohoo, look at me! Imagine what it'd be like to just hang off these two lightning rods at the top. I'd be afraid I'd get hit by lightning. Also, I'd be afraid I'd just get blown off the top of the building. And this simulates what it's like to ride the L train through Chicago. Oh, a very futuristic L train. See all the lights and moving. Oh, what's happening? Oh, we're going through Chinatown. You can see the dragons. Wrigleyville. Oh, passing through Wrigleyville. You can catch a baseball game out the window of our train here. Yeah, I just got off a real train headed through Chicago. Now I'm on a fake train headed through a fake Chicago. At the end of the train here, you can see all trains lead to the Willis Tower. And we have some of the Chicago food here. The Italian beef is a big one. The deep dish pizza. The love it or you hate it type of pizza they have in Chicago. Of course, I love a good Chicago-style hot dog there. Never had Saganaki. I don't even know really what that is. Never had a Gibberito either. And look at this. We have a giant deep dish pizza here. The giant deep dish illusion amongst all these mirrors. Let's climb on the pizza here. See, the mirrors create the illusion that you are in a giant pizza. See there how that works. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at the mirror on the ceiling. Hello, everybody. I'm on a pizza. There's a giant Chicago-style hot dog. Has all the ingredients here. The pickles, onions, tomatoes, celery salt, sports peppers. I really love the sports peppers. They add that spice to the hot dog. You also got mustard and that bright neon green relish. But I guess what you don't put on there is ketchup. Makes people very angry. And you know what? I'm a big fan of ketchup. Big fan of ketchup on hot dogs, but the Chicago dog does not need ketchup. It's got enough flavor on it. You can take some selfies here with these Chicago legends, such as Barack and Michelle Obama. You got the feet there so you know where to stand. So, what you guys been up to? I haven't seen you in a while. Michael Jordan, who played for the Chicago Bulls, and like this right here, it explains who he is. Michael Jordan. Jordan is the best basketball player of all time. Right there. No debate. And then Miss Oprah Winfrey hails from, actually she lives in Indiana, but her television career based out of Chicago. It's the Second City Comedy Club, where you're welcome to tell a joke here. Okay, so, man, I get nervous. I film myself all day saying dumb stuff, but once I get a microphone in my face, I have no idea what to say. Oh, they thought that was funny. They have different Chicago landmarks in here, some selfie opportunities. The Chicago postcard there. You got the Willis Tower. I think that's the Navy Pier. The Navy Pier Ferris wheel, the L train, the hot dog, the ledge here, then one of the Art Museum lions. Yeah, no need to explore Chicago. Just come here. You can visit all the major spots here at the tower. And I believe it is time to head to the Skydeck. Oh, there we go. Skydeck that way. All right, getting in that elevator. all the way to the top.
Chicago.
There you go, multimedia elevator.
Architectural icon. The World's Fair of 1893 was
The White City.
beautiful white buildings. Dazzling new inventions debuted, such as electricity, elevators,
We're actually going up really fast during all this.
You
can feel it. My ears.
25 years.
My ears, the tension building in my ears.
Experience
Here we are, floor 103. So there is a ledge you can walk out onto, but all up here on the 103rd floor, they have windows where you can go out and just enjoy the view of the city. You can see the river running there. I can only imagine how beautiful it would be up here if you came up here on St. Patrick's Day and saw that bright green river. It's the south view here. And you can see all those train tracks there. Just you can see all the trains coming in and out of Chicago. There's just train tracks everywhere. Here's the eastern view. You can look out into Lake Michigan and look how blue that is. You know, it's kind of hard. People that aren't from here, I don't know if they really get it. When you talk about the lake, it's not a lake, it is the lake. Absolutely looks like an ocean here in front of Chicago. And because this building is so tall, it's so much taller than the others, you pretty much are just looking down on the rooftops of all these other buildings. Out there on that little peninsula into the lake there. On the very end, that is the Adler Planetarium, the Space Museum. A little closer towards us is the Shedd Aquarium, one of my favorite places to go as a kid when I was obsessed with fish. And then over there is the Field Museum, one of my favorite museums of all time. And yeah, all three of these places were major field trip destinations when I was a kid. And that straight ahead there, that fountain, Buckingham Fountain, that's the fountain from the beginning of Married with Children. I think the Bean is right over here. It's blocked by other buildings, so you can't see the Bean, but I think it's right about in that area. Yeah, out here you can see the other tall black building with two white prongs, the John Hancock building, or at least that's what it used to be called. Now it has no name. Yeah, check out this view. Absolutely breathtaking up here. Some mid-tower merch here. Get your own Willis Tower to take home with you. Various Chicago-related merchandise. Oh, look at this. It's a hot dog going and watching baseball. The mini block Chicago there. You can build the tower as well as the surrounding things. I don't think Union Station is in there though. Combine these bean banks. Although I tried really hard, I don't think you can see the bean from here. I think there's too much stuff in the way. Here's the bean tower combo. It's got the Sears Tower, the John Hancock, and the bean. See just how dense the city gets over here and how it kind of just fades away into an endless sea of suburbs. It looks like it is time to brave the ledge. So over here shows the glass that we'll be standing on. 1.5 inches of glass. Now the glass has broken before, but apparently it's not. They didn't break all the way through. I think it's like 3 sections here, so I think the top section might have cracked, but the rest of the glass held. And there is quite a wait to get a chance to and it is quite a wait to get a chance to tap dance on the ledge. Okay, once you get on the ledge, you only have 90 seconds to enjoy your experience on the ledge. So I'm really nervous. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. What pictures do I want? What video do I want? What do I want to try to look and find? 90 seconds. 90 seconds. I guess that's about as long as a ride on the teacups at Magic Kingdom. All right, here we go. Want to maximize my time? Oh, there we go. That. So just look at this. You see people over here in the ledge. See just that piece of glass holding them above the cities as they pose with this magnificent background here. And this right here, this is Union Station. That's where we've been coming in and out with the trains. As the trains enter through an underground portion, so you can't really see the train track leaving from there. My luggage is over there somewhere, and look at the diamond. But I need to be taking better advantage of my 90 seconds here in the box. Okay, look at that. Let me get down on the ground. Here, let me lay on the ground here. Can you see how? All right. Oh, the sun's shining in my eyes, but can you see? See below me? There are people down there. There's cars. How high I am up here. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Oh, my knees hurt because I fell in the street earlier. But yeah, look at that. Look at me here, walking above the people of Chicago. There's more people coming into the ledge there. Look at this. It's one of the craziest experiences when it comes to testing fear of heights. Apparently I don't have fear of heights because oh, that's time. That's time. We are done here at the ledge. Now the bad thing is you only get 90 seconds. The good thing is you're allowed to get back in line and spend as many 90-second periods as you'd like. Let's get back in line. I'm gonna try to make this one really count.
You cannot take a picture. You are doing when I am on the line. You are doing for other people. Boiling nahi. I can take here something.
Okay, I'm just gonna take my remaining time here in the ledge to take a moment of mindfulness, a moment of peacefulness, and just enjoy my time here meditating on the ledge. Oh, I think it's time up. Time's up. All right, we gotta go. Oh, let's go while it lasted. I think this is where we came in at this rail yard here, and if you look, there is another train leaving. Wonder if that's. Wonder which train that is. Wonder what adventures they're out going to have. See the boats, the cars. What a busy city we have here. And that'll do, Chicago. That'll do. And just checking back, this is what we were standing on. Let's pile in. Okay, the door's closed. Now we begin our plunge to the bottom.
Now, along the way, take a peek at all the things happening in this tower.
Yeah, you can really feel it in your ears. I think this thing is super smooth, but I think it's going as fast as the Tower of Terror. Like my head's like a balloon ready to burst. Oh, my ears just popped as we hit the bottom here. Sweet relief. Exit through the gift shop where we have more Willis Towers we can purchase. There's a mini one. You can see the handle of the mug is a Willis Tower. It's actually not very hand friendly. Some board games down here, Chicago-opoly, and I'm actually pretty curious about L, the Chicago Transit Adventure. There's Willis Tower Taffy. I think it's just regular taffy, and it says Willis Tower on the box. You have the hot dogs and pizza over here, but this isn't a Chicago hot dog. That's not a Chicago hot dog that you'd be wearing on your head. I mean, and that's not a Chicago pizza. I don't know what they're trying to pull here. Sears, Willis, whatever name you go by these days, I will never forget you. Just gotta pick up my luggage here before I head back to Indiana. Okay, my luggage is back. It was nice while it lasted, but I did need to go get it before we leave Chicago. I do kind of like this idea, because that's just been an ongoing issue, is what to do with my luggage. Now, luckily, most hotels I've dealt with are pretty cool about letting you leave your luggage at the front desk if you're going to be a few hours or things like that. But in this case, I'm in a city. I don't have a hotel. I don't have a final destination here. So, maybe if you're stopping in a city and you're only going to be there for a few hours, less than a day, it's good to know that you can find locations where you can leave your luggage. The app was called Bounce. Again, I'm not officially endorsing it, but this particular transaction went down pretty smoothly. Now, in order to get back to my mom's in Indiana, I was going to take the South Shore line. It's another train line that takes people out of Chicago and in to Indiana. But that actually does not leave from Union Station. It leaves from Millennium Station. There's a lot of different train stations here in Chicago. And last time I took the L train I got out of Union Station, got on the L train, took the L train to Millennium Station, and then took the South Shore line to Indiana. I think I'm just gonna walk. As much as I hate carrying all this luggage down the streets of Chicago, I think in some ways it's easier than trying to load and unload it onto a third train. I was getting a little hungry. I haven't eaten since breakfast. It's getting a little bit later in the day. And normally, if I was visiting Chicago, maybe I'd have a Chicago pizza or a Chicago hot dog. But today, I wanted some Nando's. Now, Nando's is a South African chicken chain. It's very, very popular in the UK. But the only Nando's they have in America are in the Chicagoland area. And they're all like downtown, hard to get to. So I figured it'd be a good day to get some Nando's. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So here is my lunch. I got the 3 chicken thigh meal. These are boneless chicken thighs, which is extra delectable. I always prefer dark meat, and I think it's awesome to be able to get it without the bones in it. Then for my sides, I got Brussels sprouts, cauliflower. It's got all this good stuff on it. And then I got some extra. This is a thigh skewer, so that's all thigh meat on the skewer there. I am super stoked about this. It is about 3 o'clock. I am super hungry, and I can't believe I get to eat Nando's today. That was so good. Oh, and I got medium, but medium's a little high. I already feel that little burn in the back of my throat. Got the Brussels sprouts with the creamy sauce on it. That cauliflower. Oh, the cauliflower is really good. It's got like sesame seeds on it. A little bite of the skewer here. A perfect meal. Everything is excellent. Had amazing lunch. If this was nearby, I would eat here every single day. With a belly full of South African chicken, we need to make our way to Millennium Station. Well, the thing about Chicago is the closer you get to the water, the colder it gets. Oh my goodness. A little icy over here on this corner. Here we go, Millennium Station. Just down this mysterious staircase. Smells like pretzels in this tunnel. Millennium Station here, kind of like a dead mall. This shops here closed. Here's an abandoned Subway. The Burger King is still open, but another empty shop over here. But it's this way to the South Shore line. Okay, I got my ticket for the South Shore line, yet I still don't know how this timetable works. Oh my goodness. I may need to ask an adult. Okay, this is my train. It's gonna be leaving here shortly. This is the quiet car. Everyone in there is reading books, being very quiet. I need to find the loud car. Oh look, there's no one in the loud car. Everyone is in the quiet car. People love the quiet car. Not me, but everyone else. Okay, good thing is I made it on the train, got my ticket here. Conductor's gonna come punch my ticket, and I just, as I was getting my ticket, as I was paying for my ticket, I realized that I didn't have my credit card, and I called to Ed's Seafood House back in New Orleans at the Maison St. Charles, and they have it. So that's better than losing it. Now they can't get it to me. I asked if they'd mail it. They said no. I think that's something a lot of places don't do. They don't want to put it in the mail. So I'm trying to sort out. I have it saved on my phone, but I don't know if all places take that. So I'm in the middle of like trying to figure out in my head how to make that work. Getting a new card while I'm on the road. We'll see how that plays out. But the important thing is I'm on the train. I'm on the train I'm supposed to be. And this is not the quiet car, so I can talk to you guys. When the train is rolling, we're headed out of town. Now the South Shore line is like really strange to me. So you go back in this like shadowy area of the train station where they only run the South Shore line. They don't make announcements. You kind of have to figure it out yourself. No one tells you what train to be on. You just kind of gotta be in the know, and I am definitely not in the know. I had to ask a conductor what if I was in the right place, if I was getting on the right train, and they kind of acted like I was a stupid person. Hard to believe I'm already back on a train. Traveling through the Chicago suburbs here. Baseball game going on down there. Scary Indiana here. A lot of abandonment.
Gary Metro Center, now all doors open, exit at attended door only, Gary Metro.
Oh look, there's a train.
You want to go first?
accidentally stepped out at the wrong stop, but I used my quick wits to look around and be like, I don't recognize this place, and hop back on. I think we got the next stop. Okay, this looks familiar. This is definitely our stop. And there it goes. Mysterious South Shore Line. Oh, look, my mom's waiting for me. And it has been over a month since I've laid my eyes on Rosebud, my automobile. I love traveling by train. I love going cross country, being able to sit back, relax, watch the United States go past me outside my window. I like rolling into a city and not being pinned down by the car, being able to take public transportation, not having to worry about parking, and you get a different feel of the city, walking around, seeing the different attractions. But there is a certain freedom to having an automobile, to be able to get in there, to go wherever you want, to pack as many suitcases in there as you want. Because it is the year of planes, trains, and automobiles. And then we've done a lot of trains. The first half of this year, first quarter of this year, has been pretty train heavy. Done a lot of trains. And I think there will be some trains in the future of this channel. If not this year, then in this channel. But I think we're going to take it back to my roots. I think we're going to go on a long, long road trip. And I'll get into the details of this soon, because I got a trip that I feel is going to be pretty fun, pretty epic trip coming up that I hope you guys will stay tuned for. If you like these videos, please subscribe. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun random stuff. I travel around using planes, trains, and automobiles. If you'd like to help out the channel, consider contributing to Patreon. $3 or more gets you a postcard once a month from me to you. Also, if you'd like a souvenir, you can check the Etsy shop. We have... Actually, hold off on checking the Etsy shop. It's going to be out of commission for a short period of time, but in the future, there'll be some souvenirs in the Etsy shop. Not too long. It's just going to be paused for a little bit. But I'm still doing messages on Cameo. If you are interested in receiving a message from me on Cameo or sending it to someone else, all the information is in the description of this video. And all those things help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, this dirigible in the air, and Rosebud on the road.